Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. 1. Promoter Eddie Hearn has admitted that Anthony Joshua has turned down a US deal that would have been more than what the whole fight in the UK would generate. Stay tuned. What up, fight world? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Eddie Hearn, if you go to his verified social media, it sounds like he's doing a lot of damage control. A lot of fans have questions. I myself personally have questions. I did a video earlier. One of the questions was, he did a recent interview where he said that September, Wembley, those are two things that can't happen for Wilder Joshua. So they have to find a new date and a new venue like Cardiff in October, November. Question being, how is it that Joshua, it was a major announcement on your social media that Joshua has committed his next two fights to Wembley starting in September, and then the next one's going to be in April. So how is he able to fight Povetkin, who's the likely suitor, September 22nd of this year, but you did that interview where you said that you couldn't fight Wilder at Wembley because the venue was not available or had booked up or whatever the case is. Now, again, a lot of fans have other questions, so I was just perusing through and I seen this. Shout out to Richard Lord as a fan, and he says, could you answer this? For a fight that could bring in $100 million, who gets the other $85 million if Wilder agrees to $15 million offer from Hearn at Eddie Hearn? And he tagged him. Eddie Hearn responded to that. He says it's more like 40 to 50 million in the UK, and obviously AJ. So he's saying AJ would get the rest of the money because he's the A side. He says it's more like 40 to 50 in the UK and obviously AJ. So he's saying AJ will get the bulk of the money or the rest of the money. But here's the situation. This makes no sense, because let's break this down together. Anthony Joshua just turned down, if you think in the UK this fight generates 40 to 50 million, I have several questions with that. One, how do you know? The only thing you would do is estimate and have a forecast of what you think it will do, right? Klitschko was 41 when he fought Joshua, coming off of a loss to Tyson Fury where he looked like shit, and you still sold 90,000 tickets. So that shows you how loyal the UK is and how much they love their boxing. So an in-prime Joshua, an in-prime Wilder, both undefeated, both black. You know, some people look at when's the last time, it kind of puts people in the mind frame of like Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, you know, two prime. Well, actually, Mike Tyson probably wasn't in his prime, but you know, just two notable names in the division, and they're fighting each other in a mega fight for really all the bragging rights, all the marbles. So why are you shooting for 40, 50? Like, where are you getting this number from? I don't understand what's that's based off of, right? And I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have swore that Eddie Hearn was saying something like Joshua makes 40 million a fight. He makes around that for his bigger fights. So why do you think the Wilder fight is going to only totally generate 40 to 50 million? But I could have swore, and I'll try to put a clip or anything in this article or in this video that backs up what I'm saying. But I could have swore I heard Eddie Hearn say something to the effect that AJ, he's getting 30 to 40 million, somewhere around there for a fight. So again, that I don't know where this number is coming from, 40 to 50. But hypothetically, even playing devil's advocate, let's assume that this fight only generates 40 or 50 in the UK. The only sole reason that they've given for turning down the $50 million was that they owe it to the fans and what they've built, and the way they branded AJ for something, a fight of this magnitude, Joshua Wilder, and the history of it, they won it in the UK. So that sounds, once again, insane that a team, just for their own historic purposes, I guess you could say, are willing to bring the fight to an area that clearly will get less money. Because He says it's more than 40 to 50. Again, I don't know how he's even getting this number since the fight hasn't happened. You don't know, because I don't remember Eddie Hearn doing a heavyweight fight for Undisputed. I could be wrong, but I don't remember him doing one. So you have to look at, you can't look at George Groves versus Carl Froch, because Carl Froch, by the time he fought George Groves, that was good, did great numbers, it's a domestic fight, but it's totally different. It's in a lighter division. Carl Froch had already lost to Andre Ward, things like that. This is two undefeated, like I said, in prime heavyweights, big Goliath 6'6" and 6'7" dudes. So the implications are different. This is for all the marbles, right? So I don't understand where the 40-50 is even coming from, 40-50 mil. But even if I play devil's advocate and assume that's an accurate number, where I don't even know where you got that number from, but even if I assume it's an accurate number, then that means in the UK, and they're heavy on telling, oh, we have to overpay guys, right? We have to overpay guys. This guy's not worth this, and we have to overpay. So it sounds like if A-side Anthony Joshua is in the biggest fight in the heavyweight division, and in the UK it's only going to make 40 to 50 million, then it sounds like the $50 million offer, you'd be over the moon for that. You would pick that up with both hands, because according to you, your own word, you're saying that what they offered you just for Joshua's purse in the US is the total gross that this fight will make in the UK, which further supplements and proves, if this number is true, which again, I don't know where he got the number from, because it sounds like a forecast or an estimate, but even if this is true, that supplements that the fight probably should happen in the UK or the USA, because they're willing to overpay Joshua. And it's just, this whole storyline is breaking up, I think, for Team Joshua, because none of it really makes sense. You say, yo, you're the A side, we did everything, but you're valuing the fight at what they offered Joshua only in the United States. But you're saying you have to bring it back to the UK. That doesn't make sense. That's like if Sergey Kovalev, he's from Russia. Andre Ward from Oakland. If they can fight in Vegas and Kovalev has to travel, but he'll make $5 million to travel. Or if he brings it to Russia, he'll make 1.5 million. I'm pretty sure for the extra money, Kovalev has no problem traveling. And he's the champion when he fought Andre Ward. So don't get it twisted. It's not like Ward was the champion at light heavyweight. Ward was the guy moving up. So none of this stuff makes sense. Kovalev had all the risk and he still was willing to travel. You know why? Because he's trying to get that bag, right? I can't really make sense of this. You think the whole entire event in the UK does 40 to 50 million. You could have got that for just your base salary, just for your guaranteed purse, but you turn it down, not to mention the 50% back-end money that they offered you for overall bigger event. But just because of the fans, you feel it makes the sense. I can't see from a practicality, from an advisor, from a promoter standpoint, why that would be the case. Why you would tell your fighter to decline the 50 million and instead get a whole lot less money, right? So to me, it seems like there's more ulterior motives, maybe the DAZN, or you're gonna get some, like in the UK, people don't know what you're doing with the money. You just get whatever type of money and they're not in your business as much. But if you come to the USA, the money is more, it's not all on your terms, I guess, to the point where you can't just buy tickets and resell them or do whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just shooting out different ideas, but it sounds crazy and asinine that you would have a promoter who's looking for the best interest of their fighter, and he's saying the whole event in the UK would generate possibly less, because it says a range 40 to 50 million. So from possibly less to what they offered Joshua for his base guaranteed purse only in the USA, you're willing to sacrifice that just for home court advantage. And Eddie Hearn's on record saying that Wilder will get knocked out by Joshua in 3. I just don't see it. If you could knock someone out, it don't matter where you fight. You can fight in a trash can. USA, UK, it doesn't matter. If you think your fighter's going to knock him out, they're going to knock him out. So to me, since Joshua said he wants to be a billionaire, it seems the more realistic thing would be to take the US money, because you're guaranteed more than what you're saying this whole event will do in the UK, which is crazy. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego sign off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.